cream cheese. You want to let that sit out and soften. And one secret I found to make the cheese ball really soft and blend well, I go ahead and smash my cream cheese first before I start adding anything else in. I think it just helps the texture of the cheese ball and it will make it a lot creamier. The other ingredient that we're going to use is sweet and sour taste beavers. Taste beavers, pineapple, peaches, and cream. Pineapples, peaches, and pepper. Oh, a lot of peas there. And what's nice about it, one jar, you can use half a jar per cheese ball. I like to make my cheese ball a couple days in advance because I think the longer it sits, the more flavor and everything that it incorporates. You always want to shake your jar real good because there's a lot of good ingredients at the bottom. And you're basically going to dump in half your jar. Which makes measuring pretty simple. So now we have enough left over for either dinner if we're going to barbecue chicken or fish, or you can make another cheese ball with it. And what I like to do is go ahead and blend that in. And you can see how well that is incorporated in there. It's nice, creamy, soft, smooth texture, which is exactly what you're looking for. The next part of it, very simple ingredients with this. Once you get your cream cheese and your pineapple sauce, the other thing you need are slivered or sliced almonds. And what you want to do in a hot skillet, we'll let the skillet heat up. What I'm using today is a new Henkel's Thermalon coated skillet. Non-stick, so I don't need any oil or any butter or anything in there. Even when you do chicken and meat, you don't. Now with nuts, nuts already contain a lot of oil, just like coconut has a lot of oil in it, so you don't need to add anything onto this to get it hot. And basically, you just want your skillet to get really, really warm. You're going to put these in. One whole package is about the same as what your recipe calls for. When you get those toasted, you're going to reserve some of it to coat your cheese ball like I did for the end. So you're going to throw these in.
Let me have some fun with this.
They'll sizzle a little bit, but you'll smell them. It smells really, really good.
You need the whole thing. There we go.
And then I use the spatula just to stir them around.
One of the nice things I wanted everybody to see was the Spirit line cookware. It's a non-stick coating. It's called Thermalon. And as you can see, this will literally just slide around on that pan. Jenny has been putting her metal spatulas up against her skillet in the dishwasher. It still won't scratch. We don't worry just about silicone, we use metal on them, and we have not had any trouble.
The other thing you want to do is get a plate with some paper towels on it. When this gets done and gets heated, you want that paper towel to absorb all that extra oil. Otherwise, when you mix it with the cream cheese and your cheese ball, it will separate and you get a fine coating of just the oil, and you don't want that. So put your almonds and your coconut both on paper towels after you roast them. That will help to
It's almost there.
And you'll smell it. You can kind of start to smell how good it is.
And there it is. I go by the smell simply so that you don't burn it.
Yeah, if you burn them, just throw it out and start again. They'll give you an
And that's how quick it comes out.
And I do chicken in this skillet, I've done fish, I've done eggs, and I've done bacon. It all slides out just like the nutstick. And then you want to spread these out in a thin layer. That will allow the towel to absorb everything that's in there. And just let them cool. You don't want to put these into your mixture hot because it's going to melt your cream cheese. It'll make a real mess. And this is really good. Like I said, you can make this a day or two ahead of time. The longer it sits, the more flavor it incorporates. And also, if you're serving it like we are tonight, you want to set it out and give it plenty of time to cool down so that you can dip into
Now you guys know how sticky coconut can be. And you can see how easy it moves around on the pan. The worst thing you can do with coconut is burn it, because it'll have that really burnt taste to it. So you're just going to watch the color on the coconut. You start smelling the oil coming out of it, so you'll be able to tell that you're getting to that point. It'll just start to turn to a golden brown, and the oil that's on is going to continue to cook it a little bit. So you just want to be careful of that.
That's what helps to incorporate all the flavor in the cheese ball. It allows those oils by heating it up to extract, and that gives you a lot of flavor. What I like to do is take another paper towel after these have cooled down and just press them lightly so that again I can absorb any of that oil that's coming out. It just tends to make the cheese ball a lot crunchier that way. And there's not a large amount of oil, but you can see there is a little bit coming off there. And it doesn't matter if you like slivered almonds instead of a sliced almond, whatever works for you with recipes. I usually tell people that if the recipe calls for something and you don't like it, switch it around. Put in whatever it is that you like. Where you have to be critical with them is when you are baking. You have to put the amount of salt, you have to put the amount of flour, you have to put the amount of sugar that it calls for. Those are all leveling agents and things that will make your bread rise, your cookies rise. When you're cooking with things like this, you can kind of play around a little bit.
You just start to see this getting a little bit brown. I don't know if you can see this one in there, up on top. It's just starting to get color. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it off the heat.
And again, you want to spread those around, make it a nice thin, even layer. Let it cool down a little bit. And our nuts are ready to go. They're cool enough, I can pick them up. What you want to do is you want to reserve a little bit of that so that when you're all finished, you can either roll or mound it around your cheese ball. So we're going to add this to the mix. And then I'm going to set this on top to, again, absorb some of that coconut. It smells really good. It smells like the beach. And it's pretty cool right now. So we're just going to go ahead and add that in also. And again, you want to reserve a little bit of this in a jar or a dish, which I did last night because I did 2 batches. That way you can add that to the outside of your cheese balls. Real quick, simple, easy cleanup, and it's over. So now that you've got in your cream cheese, your pineapple, peaches, and peppers, coconut, and your almonds. You're going to mix all this together.
You just mix it up and that's all it
And that's all there is to it. Now you can, if you are trying to watch your calorie intake or have other health issues, you can do this with the fat-free cream cheese. That will help cut down the calories a little bit. And now, the easiest way I have found to get this into a bowl to store it until it chills. Take some wax paper. You're going to line your bowl. Pull the sides down around it. Makes a nice mold. That way you get a nice rounded without getting all gooey and sticky. And then you just want to scoop this. Always scrape the sides because sometimes some of the good ingredients get up there. You don't want to leave any good taste behind. And right into the bowl you go. Oh, I forgot one little step. You can actually put your nuts and everything in the bottom. So that when you put your cheese in here, you don't want to break up any lumps or anything that's in here. Okay, now we're ready to go. And again, scrape as much as you can. And you get it all up out of there. So you just spread this around on top of your wax paper. Back it down a little bit. That will help to get those nuts to stick to it. And then what you can do is put your lid right on top. Seals down good and tight. Now when you get ready to put this on your plate to serve it after it's chilled, and you want to let this chill for a good, I like to let it chill overnight, but at least 6 hours. So then when you get ready to display it like this, turn it over. I'm sorry, you pull this up out first, and then you're just going to take whatever platter you're going to put it on top, and then turn it over, and it all comes up, and you're ready to go. Quick, easy, and done within 10 minutes probably. So, that's it. Easy.